Imagine finding out that the person watching your every move isn't just a fan, but someone who literally changed their entire life and identity just to breathe the same air as you. Most stalkers hide in the shadows, but this one decided to hide behind a religious habit. What happens when a literal sister isn't interested in saving your soul, but in stealing your heart? Stick around, because this story gets darker and more twisted than any Sunday school lesson you've ever heard. Our story kicks off with Jason, a talented young musician with a growing online following. He's got that indie star vibe that makes fans swoon, but his parents aren't exactly his biggest supporters. They think his music career is a dangerous distraction, so they decide to ship him and his sister, Zoe, back to a strict Catholic boarding school to straighten them out. It's supposed to be a place of discipline and prayer, but little do they know, a storm is brewing in the form of a new transfer staff member. While the kids are being dropped off, we see a mysterious woman at a roadside rest stop. She's not praying, she's transforming. She strips down, wipes away her makeup, and puts on a nun's habit, assuming the identity of Sister Sophia. When she arrives at the school, she plays the part perfectly, mostly. She meets the headmistress, Rebecca, who gives her the no-nonsense talk. But when Sophia is introduced to Jason, her holy facade slips for just a second. She calls him a local star, and as he walks away, she watches him with a look that is definitely not sisterly. It's the look of a hunter who just found her prize. Safely tucked away in her room, Sophia opens a suitcase that clearly doesn't belong to her. We realize she's an imposter who stole another woman's life just to get close to Jason. She spends her nights staring at his music videos on a hidden laptop, even kissing the screen when his face appears. It's creepy, it's obsessive, and it's just the beginning of her plan to isolate him from everyone he loves. In class, things get tense immediately. Jason has a girlfriend named Sarah, and Sophia is not about to share. When she sees Sarah getting a little too close to Jason in the hallway, Sophia's inner jealous demon comes out. She punishes Jason for public displays of affection, but saves her real venom for Sarah, cornering her and warning her to stay away from sacred ground. Sarah's dad is a big donor to the school, so she thinks she's untouchable. It's a classic mistake. You don't mess with a woman who's willing to fake a divine calling just to get a date. Sophia decides to up the ante and starts a psychological game. She accidentally leaves her door ajar while she's changing into civilian clothes, knowing Jason is scheduled to pass by for his chores. She wants to plant a seed in his head, to make him see her as a woman rather than a teacher. And it works. Jason starts losing sleep, his mind racing with confusing thoughts. He feels guilty, not realizing he's being carefully manipulated by a professional. But Sophia isn't just about seduction, she's about elimination. One night, she sneaks into the girls' dorm like a ghost and plants a pack of cigarettes and a flask in Sarah's textbook. The next morning, during a surprise purity inspection, Sarah is caught red-handed. Despite her pleas of innocence, she's expelled on the spot. One rival down, one to go. But here's the twist: Zoe, Jason's sister, is a lot sharper than people give her credit for. She starts noticing that Sophia doesn't actually know the basic Latin prayers during Massachusetts. Suspicion starts to bloom, but Zoe knows that in this school, the word of a nun is law. With Sarah out of the picture, Sophia turns her full attention to Jason. She manages to manipulate his parents into leaving him at the school over a long holiday weekend for spiritual reflection. But Zoe, sensing something is off, refuses to leave and stays behind too. She catches Sophia flirting with her brother in the school garden under the moonlight and realizes this isn't just a cool teacher. This is a predator. That night, Sophia takes things to a point of no return. She sneaks into Jason's room, sets up her phone to record the bed from a hidden angle, and wakes him up, pretending he's having a nightmare. She uses her position of authority and his vulnerability to lead him into a compromising situation. The next morning, she's back to being the stern Sister Sophia, but now she has the ultimate leverage. She's recorded everything, and she's ready to use it to keep Jason under her thumb forever. But the walls are starting to close in on her lie. A high-ranking bishop who actually mentored the real Sister Sophia is scheduled to visit the school. Our fake nun barely escapes being spotted in the hallway, but she realizes her time is running out. She needs to move her prize off the board. She follows Jason to a secret party off campus where he's reunited with Sarah, who's been desperately trying to contact him. Seeing them together sends Sophia into a quiet, murderous rage. She intercepts Jason on his way back and rescues him from a local patrol, driving him to a secluded hotel instead of the school. There, she finally drops the act completely. She puts on a cocktail dress, tells him she has plenty of money, and offers to whisk him away to Paris to start a new life. Jason, finally seeing the terrifying reality behind the mask, rejects her and tries to run. He thinks he's escaped, but Sophia is already 10 steps ahead. The next day, the school is rocked by tragedy. Sarah is found dead in the school pool. Sophia staged it perfectly to look like a heartbroken accident, but Jason knows the truth. He confronts her in the chapel, and she finally shows her teeth. She plays the video she recorded, threatening to send it to his parents and the police, claiming he forced himself on her. It's a stalemate of the most toxic kind. Jason feels trapped in a nightmare with no exit. However, Zoe hasn't been idle. She's been doing some deep-dive detective work on the school's old computers. She finds out that the real sister Sophia is currently serving at a mission in South America. She and Jason decide to risk everything for the truth. While Sophia is busy distracting the headmistress, the siblings break into the nun's private quarters. They find a hidden compartment in her floorboards filled with thousands of printed photos of Jason. Some taken from his house, months before he even came to the school. This wasn't a random crush. She's been tracking him for a long time. The climax is a blur of shadows and cold steel. Sophia catches them in her room, and the peaceful sister disappears, replaced by a violent fugitive. She knocks Zoe unconscious and engages in a brutal struggle with Jason. She's fueled by a terrifying delusion that if she can't have him, no one can. She's about to deliver a final blow to Zoe when the headmistress, Rebecca, walks in. In the chaos, Jason manages to grab a heavy bronze crucifix, the very symbol she used as a shield, and uses it to defend his sister, finally knocking Sophia down and ending her reign of terror. In the aftermath, the police reveal that Sister Sophia was actually a woman wanted for a similar disappearance in another state. She was a professional identity thief with a history of obsession. We see Jason and Zoe at their graduation a few months later. They've survived the unthinkable, and Jason finally gets the guitar his father always denied him, a symbol of his reclaimed freedom. They walk toward the gates, moving on with their lives, but the trauma lingers in the way Jason looks over his shoulder at every stranger in a crowd. It makes you wonder, how well do you really know the people in positions of trust around you? Was Sophia just a woman who loved too much, or was she a monster from the very first click on Jason's profile? If you were in Jason's shoes, would you have fallen for the act, or would those red flags have been enough to make you run? See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.